You've probably seen the USS Lexington on the way to the beach in Corpus Christi. It is one of the coolest museums in Texas. The USS Lexington served as an active aircraft carrier longer than any other carrier in the world, receiving 11 battle stars and the Presidential Unit Citation. The Lexington steamed a total of 209,000 miles, which is equivalent to 8 times around the world. The USS Lexington has an overall length of 910 feet, and the hangar deck has a capacity for 103 planes. Now, the Lexington was originally named the USS Cabot. The USS Cabot was still under construction when the original Lexington sunk in the Battle of the Coral Sea in 1942. The Cabot was then renamed the USS Lexington and became the 5th ship to be named for the Battle of Lexington, which kicked off the American Revolution. The Lexington served as a mobile air base, leading the Fast Carrier Task Force through the battles of the Pacific War. She was the flagship for Admiral Mark Mitcher in 1943. In 1944, the USS Lexington joined the 5th Fleet at Pearl Harbor. During World War II, the carrier was active in almost every Pacific operation and spent a total of 24 months in combat. It was during this time she was given the nickname of the Blue Ghost. It's uncertain where the name exactly came from, however, it could be from its blue and gray ghostly appearance, or maybe from propagandists in Japan. Japanese reported the Lexington sinking no less than 4 times, only for the ship to appear in the next battle. In most battles, the ship was heavily armed and would destroy its opponent. The infamous propagandist Tokyo Rose went on air and stated that the Lexington was a ghost ship. The American sailors on the Lexington loved it and kept this name. Lexington became known as the ship that couldn't be sunk. After the war, Lexington was decommissioned and entered the National Defense Reserve Team. In 1953, the USS Lexington was called back to service and entered the Puget Sound Naval Shipyard so it could be reconstructed for the Cold War. The ship's flight deck was angled and reinforced to handle heavier aircraft. Later, she was classified as an anti-submarine carrier and operated in the Atlantic, Mediterranean, and Pacific Ocean. In 1962, she served in the naval blockade of Cuba during the Cuban Missile Crisis. For 30 years, the USS Lexington was used as a training carrier in Pensacola, Florida. In 1980, the Lexington became the first aircraft carrier in U.S. Navy history to have women crew members. Patricia Tunkler was the first Navy woman to be qualified to fly a jet carrier. The U.S. Navy donated the Lexington to Corpus Christi, Texas in 1992 and is now the USS Lexington Museum on the Bay. Every year, more parts of the Lexington become open to the public. The USS Lexington was one of the greatest U.S. Navy aircraft carriers and is now a floating museum honoring World War II veterans. Want more Texas history? Like this video and subscribe. The Texas Center at Schreiner University.